ladies and gentlemen. I think Rob from Sky will ask the first few questions to our new manager, Harry Redknapp. Thank you.
Harry, good to see you again.
Rob, good to see you.
You've been in that seat many a time in a new job. Why did this one tempt you?
Well, I've been out of, had a little spell last year at Derby that I really enjoyed, going there helping out, helping the manager, if you like, and that got me back, got my appetite back. And then suddenly I got a phone call and I was asked to come to Birmingham, and I think not because I'm sitting at Birmingham, but I think it's a big club, and I thought, well, yeah, it's a challenge, a big challenge. I looked at, after I said yes, I looked at the fixtures and thought it's an even bigger challenge than I thought it was. But no, I'm looking forward to it.
How did it come about? It was pretty quick. I mean, Gianfranco signed, and then 16 hours later,
I got a phone call at 7 o'clock at night. I think it's about 7 o'clock, and said, look, would I come and have a meeting with some representatives from Birmingham? And I said, oh yeah, well, I'm at home at the moment. They said, well, could you get to London? I said, yeah, I can drive to London, no problem. So I drove up 2.5 hours and met up past 9, and by 9:45, 10 o'clock, and I had no hesitation, really. It wasn't a case of, I haven't signed a contract or anything for the 3 weeks, a couple of weeks I'm here even. I'm not, I just shook hands with them and said, yeah, I'll do it, no problem.
No contract then, but your word is your bond. You can't mind what you're being paid. Are you on a deal whereby you keep them up and get a nice bonus?
It's not that nice. It's not that nice. No, I wasn't interested basically in it wasn't a money deal for me. It was just it was a challenge and getting me back in doing something I enjoyed doing, being around footballers, and it's something I was looking forward. I'm looking forward to it.
It was 2 years and 2 months ago that you were last a manager
at
QPR. You've done this role at Derby where you were a consultant. Is that not the same as the buzz you get from being the main man in the dugout?
I enjoyed my time at Derby. I was around the place, but there's nothing like the thrill of being involved, and and I've been lucky. I brought a couple of lads in as well to help me out. Stevie Cottrell's come, and which is good as well, and Paul Groves, they've come in. So I've got some good lads around me to give me a hand, and I'm looking forward to it.
1,386 games you've had as a manager.
Yeah.
First one, you knew that, did you?
No, I never had a clue. No.
First game was 34 years ago.
Yeah.
Will you ever say, I'm quitting, I'm retiring, this game isn't for me anymore?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if, I went over to the park 2 weeks ago and coached some under-10s, guy who came and did a bit of work at my house, and he started telling me how he coached this little boys' team, and, and would I come over, and I went over there for 2.5 hours one Sunday morning and Saturday and a Sunday, and did some. So no, I love it. I love football. So, I'm doing something I enjoy doing. So, while I'm still fit enough to do it, I'll keep. If I'm wanted, I'll always pop up somewhere.
You met the players this morning.
You
admitted to me last night that you didn't know that many of them.
No, I didn't. Birmingham are not a team that I've seen much of. And seen nothing of basically because they've not been on TV that much this year. I watch every game on TV, and I go to football. I work as well on Saturdays, for BT and everything else, But but no, I hadn't seen nothing of Birmingham really. They weren't a club that I could sit and say, yeah, this is the way they are. This is their team. So I've come in pretty blind really.
What's been your early impressions of the players then?
Yeah, good this morning. They worked very hard. They were bright. We didn't have a long session, but what I saw, the stuff they did, there's some quality there. So we just got to look to get really. I think we need at least one win, maybe a win and a point. From those tough 3 games, we're certainly going to need some points.
It's such a short period of time between now and the end of the season. It's 18 days, but from now it'll all be over. What can you affect in that time? What will you try and do in such a short time?
Not easy. It's all I can do really is try to instill a bit of confidence. The record is there for you to see. I mean, 2 wins in 24 games. That average needs to improve, obviously. So that's we've got to try to improve on that and get the result we need.
Your first game away at Villa Park. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for you?
It's a tough game to start with, obviously. Local, but it's a local derby. It'd be a great atmosphere there. So I'm sure the players will be up for that one. But no, it'll be a difficult game. I know Steve very well. I'm sure he's going to do a great job in the long term at Villa. But Birmingham's another big club as well. This is a club that should be up there pushing to get into the Premier League, in my opinion.
And do you believe if they stay in the Championship, you will stay here and try and get them into the...
I don't know. It's up to the people that own the club. But certainly this is a club that's got the potential. I think they've got to survive this year, first and foremost. But from then on, I think the owners are ambitious. I met them. I met the representative the other day of the owners, and they seem good people, ambitious people. They've got big plans for Birmingham. So I think there's no reason that if we survive this year, which I'm sure we can, that the future's good.
There's obviously malaise around this football club. I mean, it's been a difficult season for them.
Yeah.
How do you change that? Is it difficult to change it in the short
Well, it's confidence. It's like everything in life, isn't it, Rob? You know yourself. Whatever you're doing, if you're not confident, you've got no chance. I always my philosophy is that players will respond more to a pat on the back and a well done than being told they're rubbish and they can't do it, whatever. So it's my job is to try to get them to believe in themselves and encourage them to perform as they can. They're all good players. They wouldn't be in playing in this in the Championship if they weren't good players at a club like Birmingham. So they've all got talent. We've just got to find a way to get it out of them for the next couple of games.
Have you given them a big Churchillian speech?
No, not really. No, I had a quick chat with them, and I mean, we can all talk. We can talk all day, can't we? It's what they do when they get out there. Really, we've got to keep encouraging them in training and having little chats with each one individually about their game, and then hopefully it all comes together at the weekend.
Have you ever been in a situation like this where you've had to learn about the players so quickly when you know nothing about them when you come in?
No, not in that situation. I've been in a situation similar to this, taking over with 3 or 4 games to go at Portsmouth when they were struggling to stay up, and Milan asked me to take the team. I went in and took the team there, but we stayed. We scraped through and got a result or two, a couple of draws, I think, and just about survived. And then the following year we went on to win the league. So let's hope the same pattern can follow at Birmingham.
It's a brave move for you, though, isn't it? Coming into the unknown.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's a challenge, isn't it? I was supposed to be managing tonight, actually, at Cheltenham. The jockeys, Tony McCoy's 11, had a game tonight against the old Cheltenham legends, and I was going down to manage the team with Tony McCoy's got together and raising funds for the injured jockeys, which is a great charity. I mean, I love to support, but unfortunately I can't make it now. I'm too busy here.
From a personal point of view, Harry, is this a no-lose situation?
No, it's a big lose for me. I mean, I'm going to hate it if if it didn't work out. It's a difficult one. I mean, as I say, I've said a million times this year. I've seen people on TV, and the manager comes in. He's been there for 2 days, and they go, "Oh, look at the difference in the team. Look how he's got them pressing. Look how this is incredible. Look at this." It's rubbish. You can't walk into a football club and say, why weren't they running around pressing before you went there? And then suddenly they find their level. I mean, as I said the other day, Sam's a fantastic manager. He goes into Palace. He don't turn Palace round the first 5 or 6 weeks. Can't win a game. Now suddenly they're playing fantastic. He's got his message over. He's brought a couple of players in the window. Sacco comes in. He's got a better looking team. And now he's doing the job we all know he could do, But it's not. He didn't walk in there and suddenly go bang, Palace from having a bad record over the last year to turn them into a team that were winning every week. It's very difficult. We need to scrape a win, at least somehow, and that's what we've got to do.
What's your record like at Villa over the years?
Good, been good. I think. Yeah, I think it's like everything. It depends what teams you manage, doesn't it? They go, "Oh, so-and-so's got a bad record against Alex Ferguson." Yeah, of course he is. Fergie used to win almost every week or so. I mean, it depends what team you're managing, doesn't it? But no, I've been to Villa over the years and done very well.
Harry, what's the biggest factor you think you'll need? Is it instilling confidence into the players?
Well, that's all we can do, really, at the moment. I mean, it's only that's all. We can only instill a bit of confidence in them. We can't change the players. We've got the group that we've got, and hopefully they're going to be good enough with a bit of confidence to do the job. But yeah, I think that's about it, really. Just get them. Listen, Zola's a fantastic football man. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I'm going to organise them. They weren't organised or they weren't any. Yeah, of course they were. He did everything he could. He tried different systems, and he's done everything he could. Maybe, you know, sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't. Let's hope that, you know, I get a bit of luck, which I'm going to need. We get a break when we need it, and we can go and get the results we need. And that's about where we are, really.
The results going against you on Saturday, you could be in the bottom three before you can kick off on Sunday.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure that, listen, the other teams are going to win some games. I've got no doubts about that. We're going to have to win a game at least out of the 3 games.
Harry,
Yeah.
you mentioned that you haven't seen a lot of Birmingham this season. Have you watched much Championship football in general?
If there's a game on TV, I'll watch it. Never miss it. Yeah, if there's a game on, I'll watch it. I could tell you a lot more about, you know, I could tell you a lot about Brighton, Leeds, Newcastle. Watched them all on Preston. Seen lots of them, you know, different teams. But for whatever reason, I never really seemed to catch Birmingham too much on TV this year. So they weren't a team that I'd seen that much of.
And is it a case of going back to basics now with this team with 3 games left?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they've been back to basics before. It's a case of trying to pick everybody's brains that are around the place that have been here through the season, and come up with the right team, if I can, the right balance to a team that can do the job. But that's what we're going to look to do over the next couple of days.
And how important will Paul Robinson be in that?
Robbo's a fantastic character, isn't he? He's an important boy at the club. You know, I've always admired him very much. You know, he's a real good lad. Good player, been a good player, been outstanding, great competitor.
Harry, can I ask you, from what I've heard, you got the call at 7, you accepted the job at 10. Why was there so little hesitation to accept a new role?
I'm a bit like that. I tend to dive into, I don't, it was something that, I thought I'll have a go at that. And when I got home, it was sort of 2:30 in the morning. My wife was asleep, and she said, "Oh, what happened?" I said, "I'm going to Birmingham at the end of the season." She thought I was mad. So she still does think I'm mad. Everybody I know thinks I'm mad, but I'm here, so maybe they're right. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm lucky to still be able to do it. I'm still involved in football. It's the greatest game in the world, and to still be able to go out there with players and young players, and it give me something to talk about next year and the year after when I'm talking to people about it. I managed at Birmingham and Midland Derby, another exciting, something to look back on again.
Any more for TVs before we do radios and then written?
Thanks, Harry.
Pleasure, Bob. Good.